Hey everybody, it's a Papa Possum here. Here today to talk about a knife. Been carrying this knife for a couple of months now. It's a knife by Kershaw, model number 1820, called the Needs Work. Kind of a strange name, I know, but it's indicative of what it's for. This is not a tactical blade. This is not a self-defense tool. This is not a lot of things, but it is a workhorse for sure. First off, I guess we'll get the tech specs out of the way. It's a speed-safe assisted opener. It's fast. It's got a good loud click. I like the way that it opens. The blade is 3 inches long. The overall open length is 7 1/8 inch long. And the closed length takes us at 4 1/8 inch long. The blade steel is a stainless variety of a Sandvik 14C 28N. According to their website, the handles are a glass-filled nylon, and it is a stainless steel liner lock. All right, there's all your technical stuff. Here's what I've noticed about the knife. Number one, first thing most people notice is that blade. That's a uniquely shaped blade. Flat blade. What was that? I didn't even really know what to think about it when I first got it. I started using it, and I love it. Again, like most things, I'd like to talk about, the task for this tool. This is not a tactical blade. It's not a lot of things. It is a work blade, like I said. So what do a lot of guys use? Razor knives, box cutters. Similar concept, only this is kind of a box cutter on steroids. It's got a good, long, sharp, flat blade, ridiculously sharp, right out of the box from Kershaw, like I've come to expect from them. This side of the blade, you'll notice it's a hollow ground. On this side, you've got the Kershaw Speed Safe USA logo, and I like how, look how well that's lined up with the hollow grind there. It just looks nice. This side, you'll see it's got the model number 1820. Then Kai, K-A-I, is I think that's the name of the company that makes the Kershaws. You got their patent, and then the Made in the USA logo on there. But if you'll notice, the looks like the stamp is slightly crooked. I'm kind of surprised he did that. I don't like it. I don't know. It makes it look a little cheaper. It doesn't affect anything. It just makes it look a little cheaper. Let's see. What can I tell you about the blade? It cuts. I put a little nick in the blade about there, trying to cut a wiring harness on my motorcycle. I was doing some work on it, and I should not have been trying to cut a 4-gauge wire with a pocket knife. I was just being an idiot. Got a pair of wire cutters, and that worked a whole lot better, seeing as that was the right tool for that task. Let's see. It's a strangely shaped blade. It has a nice thick spine to it up top. I don't care for the swedge. I don't think it affects the knife at all. There's not enough of it there to reduce any weight. I don't know if there's any other reason for a swedge. Tell me if there is. I'm curious. So it does taper down to a really fine point. You can kind of see it there. I mean, that point is just, dang near a toothpick out on the end. So you're not going to pry a lot with the end of it. But for average everyday cutting tasks, excellent. Excellent. The handle, you'll notice it's got the 4 little finger dents there, finger indentions, which are pretty much useless for my hand because if I tried to grab it like that, it would probably kill myself trying to hold it. I grasp it. I have large hands, though, and my fingers kind of come up to the top, and I just get a good grip on it there. Got some jimping up on the top of the back of the blade. I do have to say, though, it's pretty much useless. It's cosmetic only. We also have some jimping on the other side of the blade. The flipper section that you use to open the blade has some jimping on it. It's also very useless. It's rounded off, real smooth. The top of it's real smooth. My finger slipped off that quite a few times. You'll notice there's no thumb studs. There's also no nail nick. The only way to open this is with the Speed Safe flipper option, so that's kind of annoying. It has a really solid detent, which it should have for this style knife, but it's kind of annoying that your finger will slide off that sometimes. Get over it, but I wish they would have done a little better job, a little better quality control on that jimping there. The only real good jimping on the knife is on the side of the liner lock here, which is where it's absolutely useless. I don't need jimping there because that gets me traction this way, and I'm pushing this way. So, yeah, fix that. I would love to see that fixed. And if you look at the handle, it's got a really nice finger choil here. I mean, you really get your finger deep in there. I don't think your finger's ever going to slip up on that Only problem is when you lay this blade down flat, the back of the, you can't really see it the way I'm holding it, but this touches a flat surface about a 1/16 of an inch before that does. That should be a little shorter so that you can get it all the way flat to the table. If you want to use this as a flat blade to chop some type of food, you really have to do it on the edge of a counter or something, the edge of a cutting surface. That's the only effective way I've seen to do that. So I think they missed, that was a little miss there. They should have changed that a little bit. You've got a good pivot pin there. That's Torx head screws and mini Torx that hold it together. It's not a flow-through design. It's got the bar across the back. You got that what do you call that? A bracing, not a brace bar. You guys know what that's called. I can't think of it at the moment. But you've got that there to support the knife. It's a full stainless steel liner lock. Those are not skeletonized, which I think they probably could have done if they wanted to make it a little bit lighter. But with a full liner and the glass-filled nylon, I don't think you need this whole bar here. I think you could have just put some sleeves over those screws and had the flow-through design. If you carry it in your pocket, like I do a lot of times, you'll end up with stuff, finding its way in there eventually. Kind of nice if it can fall out easier. Not a big deal, though. The lanyard I put on myself, the lanyard hole is ridiculously small. Kershaw, if you pay any attention to any of the stuff you see on YouTube, please make your lanyard hole big enough for a piece of 550 cord. I had to gut the end of the 550 cord, cut it off at a sharp angle, and then use a lighter to melt it down to a fine point and be able to feed it through. It was pretty ridiculous. I was about to the point of giving up when it finally just fell through. It drove me crazy for a while. So not really crazy about the lanyard hole either. However, the knife as a whole, well, let's see, the scales here have got some, that glass-filled nylon. It's got these big finger indentures, which for me serve to add traction more so than put fingers in. You've got these kind of vertical-ish lines here. You've got some horizontal lines that come here. And then molded into the background is some, what looks like, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Looks like fish scales almost. Excellent traction. It's a good handle. Glass-filled nylon. It feels kind of like plastic. That makes it feel a little bit cheaper. I don't know. But as the knife goes, I do like the knife. I use it all the time. I had it out of the box for about 2 minutes before I cut myself the first time. Ridiculously sharp. Good job on getting a sharp knife out in the market. And a knife that holds an edge really well. This is the Sandvik 14C28N steel. I don't know much about it. I think it's a newer steel that's being imported by Kershaw. And they're some of the only ones I see really putting this out there. But overall, good blade. The handles are really adequate. I mean, it's not G10, which is kind of the popular thing right now, but I don't really, for an everyday carry knife in the pocket, I don't care. I'm good with that. One problem I see a lot of guys don't like is on a speed safe knife like this, a spring assisted opening, not having a latch down here, something to physically lock it closed. But I'll tell you, I have had this for months in my pocket, and man, it just takes too much to overcome that. I carry that with a flashlight in my pocket. I've got a small multi-tool in that pocket, change, all kinds of stuff banging around. Never had it even try and actuate, even come partially open. It's always stayed closed. The pocket clip, a lot of guys complain about it. It's fat, it's wide, it's kind of ugly. It's very effective, though. I like it. It works. It is only one mounting position. There are no mounting holes to put it on the other side to carry it left-handed or for a tip-up design. It's just a different shape handle. I don't think it would fit down here anyways. But for what it is, for a knife to take out, use on every day, to go take it and work with it. That's what it's for. It's a great knife for that. It is speed safe, spring assisted, so check your local laws. Your state may allow it. Some munis around you, some municipalities may have laws against them. And just be safe with it. Be smart. Don't whip it out in the middle of the store with 6 cops standing around and flip it out and try and be cool and find yourself talking to the cops for 20 minutes, right? So overall, I'd say it's a real nice knife. Price point on it, I bought it the end of 2011 for a little under $50. I later saw Walmart started carrying it for a little over $35. I bought it from a gun store, local guys I like. So I'd rather pay them the extra $10 or so than worry about trying to keep Walmart in business. So I don't mind paying a little extra to the gun store. But in my humble opinion, is it worth the $50? Yeah, heck yeah, good knife. Go out and get it, guys. Let me know what you think.